A lot of people do like nothing.
When they sit on the toilet at work, they're constipated.
We went into there and they didn't think we could afford it, so we went next door and bought it.
I love when people do that. It's so entitled. I had this crazy neighbor ready to snap at any second, and I cracked the gas. I cracked it, right?
I hear that so much in my career.
When someone talks about traffic to me, dude, you could have took Strawberry Field Road cutoff, dude. I can't take that.
Like that type of thought process is so crazy.
What's wrong with people?
There's probably not much to be happy about if you're working a retail job. What's natural is if you're suffering, if you're a negative person, you will feel better if you can bring other people into your negativity. If you're doing 9 to 5, you're gonna meet a lot of people like this who complain about the boss, and they do it in a way that's linguistically framed in such a way as though you already agree with them. And of course, the boss fucking takes 2 parking spaces again today, am I right? I had this happen to me. I had a landlord who was a great landlord. The neighbor didn't like him, and he said, and of course Chris left the dumpster open again. And for like an hour after that, I'm thinking, man, this landlord of ours really doesn't care about the dumpster. Like, and then I came to my senses, what the do I care about this? This is a good landlord. He left the dumpster unlocked. What am I thinking? But this is a natural thing. I'm not saying that this is what the guy's doing. I'm just saying in your life, you're gonna notice this a lot. This is what people do. And of course, the guy, he shows up 2 minutes late. I love when people do this too, because they always do it over the smallest. And of course, he tops my coffee off so much that I can't slosh it around. I love when people do that. It's so entitled. It's so like the things that they get they of course about. I just love it.
You know, the timing of the day when you catch people, like, you know, like when your contact time occurs with humans, with other people. I'm always talking to people at like work hours, so people are in a different, you know, mindset. So I don't know, when you start to see those things, you can see.
You can see the real face. You see the off hours face.
Yeah. And like, you know, what do you spend your time doing? A lot of people do like nothing. I never hear anybody ever tell me about like side hustles or like ever hear that. And when I hear it, I talk that person's ear off.
Yeah.
I'll stay for 3 hours and talk to them about, like, I'll just keep going.
What do you do? How do you sell it? What websites are you using? Like,
is it good for you? When do you do it? What time of day do you do it? You know what I mean? Like, or like, but here's what people tell me. They go, oh, no, they don't even bring it up. They're not even cool enough to bring up like, oh yeah, I went to Disney. I went to Disney and stayed at the Epcot. Like, I get like, great.
I would even talk to someone who stayed at Disney, but they're not that interesting.
No, they don't want to talk about it. So, you know, they half the people, they do nothing. Oh, I watch my shows. You ever watch that show, there's that show, Law and Order?
I watch Law and Order.
I watch the show, it's Law and Order.
It's definitely interesting, people like that who've thought about the whole, because most people don't think about the process. Most people don't even get that far.
Yeah, I got in an accident.
Yeah.
She hit me. Oh, okay, I'm here to buy a car now. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I gotta get a car.
Yeah.
My other car is wrecked.
God, man.
I'm like this fucking great fucking logistics story. I call them logistics stories. No matter if they go to nothing, I have these great friends. But every time I talk to them, it's like, dude, I went to fix my washing machine and it was a fucking compressor. So I went to they had the pot. I looked it up online. Boom, Home Depot comes up. Smithfield. I go to Smithfield. Guess what? They don't have it.
I hear that every fucking day.
I gotta go. Then I go all the way to the one in Warwick, dude. I get there. Fucking guy says, "Oh, yup, I got one. Come on down." I go there, do traffic. 20 minutes. When someone talks about traffic to me, I want to Goldberg spear him. Like I want to do. I can't take that. Like I can't. But people. That's what people. And then other guys like this. Dude, you should have went Route 2. Dude, you could have took Strawberry Field Road cutoff, dude. And there's no traffic from 4 to 2 to 4. The first guy's like 4, yeah, 4 because the construction down by Strawberry Field at the crosswalk, and then like traffic for 20 minutes. So did you get the pot? And the guy's like, yeah. So I go to walk, dude. No pot. That's like 5 minutes. Negative, but like who gives a after? Who gives a after? Who, like, here's my sentence structure. 5 sentences in a declarations that all suck. If you took them apart, if you decompartmentalize the sentence structure, any of these sentences anywhere in there, it's just such a fucking downer. Like
Any of them is the headline to like a bad Reddit story. Like today, my wife cheated on me and my kid has AIDS.
I bumped my shin and now I have an infection.
Yeah.
Great, and it was all infected. Like health is a logistic story.
That's so f***ed up how real that is, like that thought process.
Oh God.
I remember I had this crazy neighbor ready to snap at any second. And the type of guy where I'd ask him to turn the music down, like politely, he'd freak out and he'd say, "Well, you came at me like a punk. You came at me like a punk. So what do you think I'm gonna do? I mean, what am I supposed to do? You came at me like coke, like crazy man." I had a neighbor like this.
Okay.
And his thought process behind, because what I would do is I would just talk, I would like shoot with him just so he wouldn't like f*** my car up and stuff like that. And his whole thought process as he'd get into talking about stuff, like he saw that I had a bike. And he would just go through stuff like what you just said, where he's like, "Yeah, dude, I had a CBR 600, bro. Yeah, it had the extended swing arm and everything. And one time I was riding it and I cracked the gas. I cracked it, right? And the back end, the swing arm jacks out like this, bro, because I had the gas cracked. I snapped the gas back. The thing jacks over to the other side, launches me up in the air 20 feet, dude. And the chain whips off. Like as I'm in the air, chain wraps around, whips me in the back of the leg, bro."
Like that type of thought process is so crazy.
Just like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's a fucking load right on you.
Yeah. It's impressive when they think through everything. Yeah. Even though it's retarded, you can ask them about any step in the process and they'll have like an answer for it.
Oh yeah, no, we turn the wheel, lean the bike down. That's the thing, I couldn't fucking lean the bike because the front wheel was all squiggling.
Because I had tire chains on.
I had a fucking boot on my bike. I was trying to ride away with the boot on.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to change human nature, okay? People are lazy pieces of shit. When they sit on the toilet at work, they're constipated, they have bad diets, they have impacted fecal matter in their colons that will be there for centuries. They're sitting on the toilet, having rosacea, having bad skin, smelling bad, smelling like sour milk, and they're going on their phone and they're saying, I feel like I have no soul. I hate my life and I hate my job. I wonder what I can look at on the phone to distract me for 2 seconds. And they don't say this consciously. This is the undertone of their thoughts. The actual thought is, that new Angus burger looks pretty good. I think I'll go try it. I want to try the new burger they have at the new McArch.
What's wrong with people?
They're low IQ, first of all. I mean, that's why you'd be like the manager at a Target. You're a victim of this like crushing machine just the way everybody else is. So there's probably not much to be happy about if you're working a retail job. Yeah. There's just things that sort of distract you and provide this like semblance of happiness, like causing misery in other people.
I got him.
Got him good. Today, that's my day today. I said something witty to make him feel bad. My introduction to the corporate world, to the working world, to where people go 9 to 5 and sell their time in exchange for money that they use to pay rent, so they have nothing, so they just spend their time. So they just blow all their time. My first introduction to that was this guy, Josh. He had a Mazda RX-8, which is a suck-ass car to have. It sounds like I'm making it up, but he had a tribal pattern, like tribal armband thing, like Fast and the Furious tribal. And it was just black tribal on a silver car. It was a small graphic. It was not a big thing. It wasn't a body wrap. It was like a small, like, tramp stamp on his car. It wasn't a vinyl cutout. He said to himself, I love this car. I will never sell this car. I love this design of this generic-ass tribal. I'm going to paint it on the car instead of getting a wrap that can be removed later. I'll go for a ride with him and get lunch. RX-8. And he says, I heard about the new... It was the Angus burger. I heard about the new Angus burger. I want to go try it. This is a guy that's like 26 years old, works in graphic design, should know better. He's an artist. He appreciates aesthetics, beauty, design, proportion. He creates elegant shapes that communicate. He's thinking for a week about the new Angus burger in his stupid ass car.
We went into there and they didn't think we could afford it. So we went next door and bought it.
Yeah.
I hear that so much in my career. Cool.
I mean, I've heard that about Toyotas. People make these little movies in their heads.
Yes.
Like they think like they go into some place and they're like super defensive, super tense, and they have all these like argumentative like talking points that they're going to go down.
Yes.
And they get themselves like kicked out of some other dealership for being an asshole. They think that the reason they got kicked out was because like he didn't know that I was really a good customer that you'd want.
Big mistake. Shut up. Shut the up, dude. People retell me the story. They're like, and then they said no one wanted it. So there I was, boom, and I bought it. Like anything, it's always an over-dramatized story. And I'm like, dude, I make these stories up 5 a day, you f***ing moron. Like I work behind a semi-illiterate Dominican prince. Like, how do you spell choke? He asked me that today. I swear to God. Didn't even ask him
Is he the finance guy?
No, he's just a buddy, salesman, sits in front of me.
Our finance guy was an illiterate like Dominican guy that wore like mad like flagrant suits, like gold suits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he was like
He's Pitbull's boy.
I don't know what he could read or write.
I'm pretty confrontational when it comes to like stealing. He steals deals. He's the only one that always in the controversy. You leave, your day's off, your customer comes in from 3 days ago, they're ready to buy. Man. He writes them up, puts them in his name. You're like, fucking snake, dude. No, like I was working on her for like 4 hours. Like she didn't say nothing to me.
He had a shitted up Suzuki Jimmy type thing.
Suzuki Samurai?
I don't even know. It was the thing I've ever seen. And he put monster truck tires, big ass balloon tires on it, and no other type of suspension work or engine work.
33s. He found them at a garage.
Yes, 4-cylinder, stock blown out suspension with like 33-inch like mud bogger.
Swampers.
Yeah, super swampers. And he had like some crazy ass trailer hitch. And that was another one of those times where I came back and I was like, all right, this guy, if I don't like shoot this guy for 2 seconds, he's gonna key my car while I'm not looking or something. So I was like, oh man, that's a four-wheel drive truck, dude. And he was like, yeah, bro, this thing's like getting into the whole routine. Like, yeah, I hand welded the trailer hitch here. Yeah, me and my brother, we did this, sprayed it down with the rhino lining, and this thing. I tell you what, dude, in the wintertime, you're going down a hill, you jack this thing to the side, thing gets out from under you. It's crazy, dude. This thing's fucking monster truck, bro.
He's got 100,000 miles on swamper tires.
yeah.
Oh, it's true, though. Nah, he just goes to the store. He just drives to the Cumberland Farms to get smokes and a Monster.
Yeah.
And watches TV. Got a long day of TV ahead of him.